Hey kids, you trying to get into Segment City? Well, you really shouldn't, because Segment City is a mature podcast, and listener discretion is advised. I'm just trying to look at... I know I'm in an alleyway. I know how I look, but I got some fireworks for you kids. I got snakes and I got sparklers. That's all I got. Oh, don't give me that.
I put my glow plug in your socket. The sun and sky is bright like fire. It gets higher and higher.
I fucking hate this.
Welcome back to Radio Segment City. This has been Supersonic Electronic. We're spinning all the hot jams for you tonight. We got it going around, and we're gonna bring it back around. Now bring it over to my co-host, William.
Thanks, Tall Man. Welcome to a radio show, Tall Man and
the Flex.
The Flex and the Flex.
That's you.
I go to the gym all the time just for this.
And I don't, but I am tall.
The hottest hits from the
Future,
the 90s, and the 90s. And that's it. Welcome to Hacker Time in Radio Segment City. This bit, I wasn't prepared for this bit. Quite frankly, you started playing this music, and I just wasn't ready.
It was a bop. So we had to go with it.
Yep. Welcome to Segment City, everyone. This is our lovely podcast in which Theo and I, Theo Sapakos, I'm Will Kane.
Just doing it all,
I'm just doing it all. We prepare segments each week. We present these segments to each other. We don't know what the other person's going to present. And we try to make each other laugh.
Hopefully we make each other laugh. Hopefully we make you laugh.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal.
Some
really
fun segments.
Yeah. Hey, Will.
Yeah.
Start us off.
Okay, well.
Am I throwing off your rhythm?
I'm already like thrown off.
Yeah, I'm right. It's time for Hacker Time.
No, I mean, I think that just took over our intro. Like, we normally do a fun intro beat, and this is the first time I've ever written down what I want to do as the intro, and then we just got
and then
that.
I just totally
and you just threw a wrench from like downtown, and you just like went right into my wheels, and I just fell over. Do you want me to do my intro that I planned, or do we want to just move on?
Let's just pretend. Ready? And
are we starting? Welcome to Segment City, everyone. Fucking Theo. Fucking Theo.
Tall man.
Fucking tall man in the Flex. I don't think both of us have a nickname on a radio show. Is that how they work? I thought it had to be like it has to be like Will and the Tall Man.
That could be it.
Or it's like something in the douche is how I usually.
Tall man in the douche?
Tall man in the douche. I don't want to be the douche. Never mind. I shouldn't have brought it up.
You brought
I
it
thought
up.
I was going to say in the not so tall man, but that doesn't roll off the tongue.
That doesn't roll as well. But tall man in the douche, I think there's something there.
Yeah. This does roll off the tongue. This weekend, my brother had a potluck. You know how potlucks work. Everyone brings whatever, and then you eat it all. And then he was like, we're going to watch the movie Paranorman, which I don't know if you've seen it. It's a good movie. Recommend it. You know who doesn't recommend watching it? Every single streaming service ever. It was on anything. We had to go on like Sling, and it's like, make an account with us. And my brother was like, fuck. He was trying to get it on PlayStation, but his PlayStation was like bugged, so it was getting into an endless loop of trying to update and wouldn't update.
I'm confused. Your brother was like, let's watch Paranorman, and didn't do any before preparation, being like, I'm going to find...
Yes!
Okay, I'm just confirming that he's doing something which I find...
You're getting ahead of the story, because he spent 45 minutes trying to find Paranorman, during which it was the roast of my brother.
This was primo party planning at its finest, folks.
So we just roasted him for like 45 minutes of just like yelling things at him.
What are you doing?
It was like group making fun of him. There was like at least 10 people making fun of him at once.
For 45 minutes?
Yeah, so we just made fun of my brother for 45 minutes, and then we just started watching Over the Garden Wall. which is a great show. If
Oh.
you've ever, it's a limited run.
So wait, you didn't
series.
even get to
No, we didn't even watch Paranorman. But,
after all that.
but Over the Garden Wall is great, and you should watch it. It's like literally 2 hours. It's a limited run
Good.
cartoon from
All right.
Cartoon
Well,
Network.
maybe I'll. You know what? Maybe I'll check that
It's
out.
a good, awesome recommendation. I recommend it. That's the end of this intro that you so derailed.
I'm sorry that you had such a great story planned, and I derailed it with my comedy and fun-loving spirit.
Do you want me to do a shower thought too?
Yes.
Okay.
And now I'm mad.
And you know what?
Rest of the episode, it's
Okay.
it's Madman.
Now
and the
I have to
douche.
deal with. Now I have to deal with your.
It turns out
dude.
the douche made the people angry.
God damn it! I'm not the douche. You're the douche now.
Y'all,
Who's the douche? Everyone, let's vote. The douches. Okay, my shower thought. For people who don't know, I come up with dumb thoughts all the time. My shower thought for this week is: if you could weigh a lot, but it wouldn't show, do you think people would bother to diet and exercise?
No. Well, would it still have adverse health effects?
Yes. You could still get like diabetes and obesity problems, but
Right, but
you
it just
look
wouldn't.
you look hot.
So everybody.
You look hot.
So basically, everybody looks hot,
yeah.
but some people are secretly not hot on the inside,
Yes.
just hot on the outside.
Yeah, like you still look skinny and great, but you could be like 400 pounds.
Well, do you look skinny or do you look like muscular and fit?
You look good. Like it's not everyone's
good.
going to be like Chris Pratt. And
Okay, yeah, no,
like,
okay, but
it's
you
gonna-
look like-
everyone's gonna look good.
But
Nobody's
like
gonna be fat.
being obese is no longer
No, it's not a.
okay. Do I think people would do it? I think people.
Do you think people would diet and exercise?
So I don't know. I don't love spending that much time in the gym because
Hmm.
it's time consuming. But I do like exercising for like as an activity. So I think that people would like
That's
yesterday I played a
interesting.
couple hours of frisbee. Like I
Okay,
don't,
yeah, that's
like
fun.
that was athletic and like wasn't the gym.
Yeah.
You know.
There's fun exercise. There's team-based sports, but I feel like that's a different category for me.
That's more like recreational
Yeah.
activities. As
It's not
opposed
like
to,
structured. Like I'm going to work on my delts or
Right.
whatever.
No, I don't
Like,
think-
I'm
I
not
think-
gonna do. I'm gonna do cardio.
I think that the degree to which people would be pumping their hot muscles in the gym
Ooh,
would be. I don't
yeah.
know.
If you could just like get swole, like that's
Yeah.
the new scale is how swole you are. Like
Yeah.
you're not. There's no like fatness. There's just like you're fit or you're not fit. Do you think people would still go to the gym?
I think people would still go to the gym. I think people actually like some people my brother genuinely enjoys going to the gym. Like he actually really likes it.
I go to the gym. I don't enjoy it, but I enjoy the effects and I enjoy
Yeah.
it as a like mood booster.
Yeah, like your body is designed to be like
Yeah,
Your
that's-
body is structured around like giving
It
you
is weird.
positive reinforcement
It's
around
weird to
doing
go
that.
to a basically human zoo
Yep.
because we don't exercise enough naturally.
Right.
That you have to pump iron
Yeah.
to like artificially
That weird
boost
swap.
up your.
Yeah, it is interesting that like fitness is like not really something that money can buy you. Like
Well, if you're rich, I think
if
it's
you're rich,
easier.
you can have more access to resources. But like
Yes.
ultimately, being fit is the result of hard work, which is like pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think people would
Although
diet,
you do have
though?
like
I think
when you're rich, you
fitness-
have access, like you have the money to spend on healthier foods that are
Yeah.
tastier. So it's like there is a big effect there.
And you can have nutritionists. Like if somebody was
Yeah,
like,
it's
"You
true.
eat this today," I'd be like, "Yeah."
But
great."
like being rich is not a requirement to being fit. Like
no,
you can be fit without a lot of money. Like it's totally a thing.
yeah. I think people wouldn't diet though.
I think people wouldn't diet either.
No, I don't think. I think dieting is the hard part. The fit, like I go to the gym, I don't diet, and I think that's the hard part.
I think it's just eating habits. Like I don't find myself eating a lot of really unhealthy foods, but it's just like because I cook for
I don't
myself a
feel like-
lot.
I don't
Like-
feel like I eat like super unhealthily.
Yeah.
But it's also like I eat enough that it's not like negates the exercise
Yeah,
sometimes.
right.
Food is something I enjoy.
It's weird how that's like you go to the gym and you're like, "Ooh, I went to the gym. I'm gonna have an ice cream. I deserve it."
But
and it's like, "Oh,
I think I came up with this question with the idea of is the reason people get fit
is it for
for
the sake of being fit, or is it because of how other people perceive you?"
yes.
I think a lot of it is for other people perceiving you.
Yeah.
I think it's a large part of it. I think it's mentally a large part of it. People get like that whole thing every spring where people are like, "Oh, get your summer beach bod ready." Like that's for other people. It's
Yeah.
not for yourself. That's for
No.
other people.
Because my oldest brother, I have 3 brothers. I'm youngest.
Yeah.
My oldest brother, skinny as a twig. I think he vampired out the metabolism from the rest of my family because we're all
Sucked it
like
right up.
big like football players. Like
Yeah.
the Kane clan is just like football Hall of Famers,
Yep.
like from the town I'm from. But like, I mean, he works on cars, so it's not like he's
So he's up doing
like,
stuff.
so he's
Yeah.
doing stuff, but it's not like, I don't think to the degree to offset his eating habit. I think he is an example of somebody who would not diet. Like
Right.
he has that like perfect
Yeah.
that bod, but he does not diet.
That bud.
That bod.
Well, that's an interesting thought. I don't know. Let's try it.
Oh, wait. How are we gonna do
let's
that?
flip the switch. Let's make it happen.
Okay. There we
Wow.
go. Oh, whoa,
Wow,
whoa,
we-
whoa, I'm thin now. Oh,
Amazing.
I have so much energy, enough energy to hear your next segment.
Hey,
What a transition.
what a transition! Wow. Hey, Will, I have a bad villain for you.
Oh, like a comic book villain?
Yeah, I have a bad comic book villain for you.
Hit me
Last
with
time
it.
I think we did either Polka Dot Man or Big Wheel. Those are
Wheel.
Big Wheel.
Yeah, we did Big Wheel. I remember Big Wheel.
All right. So
And Pokemon, man.
this week on Bad Villain, Villain. Previously
This week on Bad Villain. I'm a bad villain. Listen, hero, I'm a bad guy.
guy.
But you got a heart of gold, and I love you for it.
But when you drill down to it, I'm really.
I feel so conflicted.
This week we have Condiment King.
Oh,
Do you know about
Jesus.
Condiment
I
King?
thought you were gonna leave it at Condom King, and I was gonna be like,
What? who would be the hero that would be trying to
Penis
stop?
Man.
Like, but Condom
Penis Man.
But Condom Man,
He's trying to trap Penis Man.
Condom King is just trying to like promote healthy sex.
Yeah, but Penis Man is a bad hero. He's not a great one.
Penis Man is like everybody needs to get pregnant.
What about
Spread
the
diseases.
masturbator?
Oh God.
Okay, we're done with this.
Oh God. Okay, so the Condiment King. So so he comes from he's a Batman villain,
Okay.
obviously. It's
Yes.
always either Spatman or Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
The Condiment King was a stand-up comedian named Buddy Standler who judged an annual stand-up comedy competition. You know, the comedy scene in Gotham really is
What's the deal?
What's the deal?
with all these villains? We're all fucking psychos.
we just came off of a couple weeks ago watching
Joker.
and
Yeah.
that was just the whole origin story about he's a stand-up comic sort
But
of,
he's
or
very
he wants
bad.
to be.
But is this guy I mean,
This is just okay. So
he's a joke villain, I presume. Like
he and his
in the
fellow
literal sense.
he and his fellow judges rejected a comedian named Shecky Rimshot,
What the fuck?
who was really the
Rimshot?
Joker using an alias.
Okay, Joker.
Hey everyone, I'm Shecky.
What if he like just like got booed off stage? What if he got heckled?
The
What would
Joker?
he just shoots the person?
He'd probably come back with some
Is it
dynamite.
all Batman themed comedy?
I hope so. What's the deal
What's
with
the
the
deal?
Dark Knight? So dark. Why doesn't he wear some armor?
Why doesn't he laugh more? Is that the punchline?
Is that it?
Is
As judging
what's up with bats? Am I right? Fruit bats? Batman is a fruit bat. I guess that was a punchline. It didn't have setup though. It could have been. You could have done anything with
Am
that.
I right, guys?
Am I right? All right.
All right. So a year later, Buddy took up the Condiment King alias and used ketchup and mustard sprayers to hold up
Christ.
a popular restaurant.
Did he just do it on the spot? He's like, "Give me all your stuff," and they're like, "Sir,
it's like, sir, that's a ketchup bottle. Like, I know, but
say.
I'm waving it threateningly.
please say it's like acid." Is it acid?
So,
Like, please
after
say it's
escaping
like- it's
with-
not just ketchup and mustard.
After escaping with the customer's money and jewels, Buddy was quickly defeated by Batman, being hospitalized in the process.
No, 1 second. Jules?
Jewels.
Who are these restaurant owners?
Jewels.
Quickly, honey, he has the ketchup and the mustard. Before it gets the, relish,
priceless
you need-
family heirlooms must be his.
Give him the jewels now.
There's just a button on the counter that's like jewels.
Jewels.
Just immediately.
Immediately get the jewels.
So it was later revealed that the Condiment King, along with other strange villains, were brainwashed by the Joker using Mad Hatter's mind control technology, which resulted in him and the other two being freed of all criminal charges.
Is that how it works?
I guess.
This is also the
You
plot.
can claim mind control now in court.
I read a comic that was Batman White Knight, and that was part of that one too.
Yeah.
Why are people just letting Mad Hatter just go around with his mind control devices?
They should really get on that.
He's like way more powerful than I would think.
Then yeah, just somebody
who's based
with...
on Alice in Wonderland. Like
Yep.
he's a joke. Like he's a joke too.
So here's a quote. Here's a quote from Condiment King.
Okay, I'm ready for this quote.
The big bad guy. I knew you'd catch up to me sooner or later. How I relished meeting you.
Oh Jesus Christ.
You, the dynamic Dark Knight, versus me, the conceptual.
And then does Batman just like punch him? Like he just uppercuts him into the air?
I mean, it's specified in his origin story that he got hospitalized by Batman. Like they said it in.
So he's just very bad.
He's just very bad.
Okay, wait. You didn't answer my question. Is it acid like ketchup?
I think later on when he joins like a more hardcore superhero
Jesus
league,
Christ.
he actually does get acid sprayers.
Who's-
But it's literally condiments.
Who lets him into this villain league? Who is the, like?
Also,
All right, we've got some applications here. Let's go with Condiment King. You're up.
And he's like,
Let's
let
see,
me.
we've got Killer X-Man, we've got Destroyer of Planets Man, and Condiment. I guess we have a third spot, so Condiment King,
Condiment
you're
King.
in.
You
I relish this chance to be in.
You can be the getaway driver, I guess.
I'll relish being the.
you've done that already. Is that your
They
only?
pull up and they're like, "All right, go, go, go!" Like the car won't start. I filled it up with mayonnaise.
God fucking damn it, Condiment King!
Condiment King.
You're such a piece of shit. Oh God,
I relish this.
damn it, Condiment King!
Let me catch up to those cops.
No, we don't want to catch up.
No.
I must. Are you a question? Must ask. Must start.
You have
I'm out
one
of
thing.
it.
You have one thing, and you cannot.
You know what?
come up
I
with it.
kind of typecast myself. I wrote myself into a
There's
corner
not
here.
even that many condiments.
There's not that many.
Oh gosh, I'm finding
They're not
myself in some
dangerous.
hot sauce.
Okay, that's.
Okay,
You know what? I'm gonna allow it. You get that?
I'll allow it.
Well, Joker brainwashed him into this shitty idea, so it's Joker's fault ultimately, not his.
Does Joker get all the jail time?
I would imagine so. I mean, Joker, when they catch him, should be sent away for multiple lifetimes, just forever.
Imagine being a fucking prosecutor in Gotham City. That would be the.
That'd be buck
Oh,
wild.
they're doing the mind control defense? What the fuck? Like, how do I disprove that?
Also, sometimes they totally bypass the entire legal system and just Batman brings in a supervillain and they just put him in
He
the
goes,
cage.
I brought you Joker. And they're like, thanks?
Put him in jail forever.
Actually, we don't have
What
any
did he-
charges against him.
But I saw him doing lots of bad things.
He robbed a store.
What
But
did he take?
We don't have any record of that.
But I saw him. He broke into my house.
He laughed at me.
He broke into my house and made fun of my teddy bear.
Did you hear his stand-up comedy special about me?
It's like, okay, he broke into your house. Where do you live?
The Batcave.
Okay, well, we're gonna need more of the.
Sounds like a cave has.
The buddy Alfred can back me up.
He saw it too.
So you beat up this man
You correct.
to a pulp?
For justice.
Yes, for justice.
What is the due process here, Batman? Batman.
My-
We're
my
gonna have to
fist-
let him
I
go.
named my left fist do and my right fist process. That should be enough.
I mean, the Joker has killed probably 10 million people at this
lot.
point.
Many.
Unless it's like
He's a terrorist.
he is a terrorist. Unless it's like that Batman kind of thing of just like they make everything right at the end of like,
Yeah, like
they got
Deus
a big
Ex Machina.
freeze ray,
Yeah.
and then it's like, don't worry, there's a heat ray on it too, and it'll make everyone fine. It's like that's not how freezing people works.
If you just turn the dial to the other knob, it says heat ray.
Is it not gonna fuck up people being flash frozen real quick?
No,
And then
they'll
being
just unfreeze, they'll be
superheated?
fine.
No, they'll be fine. What if we'd go a little too hot?
That's just like
You'll
freaking
inflame 'em.
Avengers when they just bring back everybody after 5 years.
Yeah, they do.
It's
that.
fine.
It's comic books.
It's
Comic
comic
books are
books.
weird.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Anyways, that's Condiment King
Condiment King is what the fuck?
giving the Burger King a run for his money. They can form the fast food monarchy.
Oh my goodness. And then Joker
Ronald McDonald would be
with Joker.
with the jester.
with the what?
Ronald McDonald would be the jester
Oh, of the court.
of the
okay.
court. Yeah.
I don't think Ronald would be okay with that. I think he would go with Joker. I think it would be a war.
Oh, I see. It'd be a war.
Is this how we're...
Supersonic. Supersonic.
We had a quick pizza break.
Welcome back from
and this is how we come
from
back.
Tall Man and the Douche's pizza break.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tall
it was
Man and
time
the
for a
Douche.
time for a little pizza.
Nothing like your
a
mother
quick
coming
nap.
in, interrupting your podcast with pizza. With delicious prune pizza. Or no, it was fig
What
pizza.
a blessed life we live.
What a blessed life. Anyway, Theo, I got a segment for you. It's a new segment.
Oh,
I got a new segment.
I'm ready.
I found this. This is a very old website, and it's called Axe of Gord.
Axe of Gord.
Axe
Okay.
of Gord. It is the chronicle of a man named Gord,
Yep.
who is, I think, the owner of a video game store
Okay.
from the 1990s / early 2000s.
This is a good.
This is a very
this is a
old
good setup.
HTML.
Oh yeah, it's really old
It's
HTML.
very old HTML. And
How did you find this?
It was like recommended on Reddit.
Okay.
So and it's activegord.com. So I'm going to read the intro blurb for them. Ah, Gord. Who is this Gord? Well, let me tell you about Gord. I took it upon myself to bring the slobbering masses into my embrace. And occasionally one aspiring demigod stood above the rest and proved himself worthy of the name owner. One of my most promising keepers of the retail faith was the Gord. Go, I said unto the Gord, go and continue to give the masses what they so richly deserve. And he did. But the story was not yet over. So for some time, the Gord and I concurrently kept the retail faith his establishment maintained, surpassed, and soon eclipsed mine in sheer consumer idiocy. Tales were told that begged disbelief. No one, we thought, is that stupid. But the stories continued, and the cries of the wretched grew louder and more plentiful. The stories were true. The Gord had become an owner in hell. Witness after witness held forth the tales of lunacy and mental vacuousness. And when I traveled to the hollowed halls of the game store and visited the game store of the Gord, the truth became apparent. I have no cause to disbelieve the veracity of the tales told here. The truth, it would certainly seem, is contained herein. Go and read of the Gord, and know that he has walked the path of the game store owner, and that he has suffered for all of us. I knew him as Gord. These were his stories. So it's broken up into books.
Wow.
I think they have an actual book, but it's things like the Book of Annoyances, the Book of Wrath, the Book of Villainy, the Book of Vengeance, and they're all based on the type of story.
Okay.
So Annoyances is the biggest one because it's just
People being annoying.
Being
Yeah.
annoying. Villainy is people trying to steal from the store.
Oh really? Okay.
Vengeance is him getting revenge on people.
Okay.
Propaganda is him telling mistruths. Proclamations, chronicles, and justice is people trying to throw the law in his face, but don't know anything about the law. So
That's
they'll be
funny.
like, they're like, we want to rent this game, and he's like, I'm not gonna let you because you don't have credit. Like, you didn't give back the last game, and they're like, that's illegal. And he's
Yeah.
like, no,
No, it's not.
it's
No,
very
it's not.
illegal. Thank you very much. So I'm gonna read a few of these. I don't know if this is gonna be a recurring segment. I think it might, just because I found a lot that I really liked. So this is from the Book of Wrath. Don't Touch is Dangerous is the name of the story. Once upon a time, Gord had a friend named Mike, and this friend named Mike has been given a Game Shark. Only this Game Shark was not a normal Game Shark. It was evil and possessed dark spirits within. It had a curious gift. This particular Game Shark would blow out the PlayStation motherboard microfuses, rendering the expansion port inoperable. At the time, no thought was given to harnessing the power for evil. A few months later, a customer had brought in a Game Shark that did not work. Gord tested it, found it did not work, and in fact blew out the microfuses like Mike's Game Shark did. This time, an evil idea was born. I'll give you $5 for it. Sure. Gord buys the Game Shark. Then Gord left it on the counter, begging to be stolen, far from the computer where Gord completed his transactions, and conveniently hidden from his sight by a flyer folder. Would-be thieves would count their lucky stars at how tempting this target was. And finally, a couple of weeks later, it was stolen! Gord was a happy Gord. Not only would it not work, but it would blow out the expansion port of any machine it was plugged into. Over the next 3 weeks, Gord went from fixing no expansion ports for customers ever to more than 10 during that time.
Oh my god.
Gord's retribution was at hand, and the Game Shark was doing its job well. This exercise was very profitable for Gord. Gord is this is written like the Bible. He is biblical God from the Old Testament.
But he works at a game store.
He's tough, but he's fair. Also, he's rude as hell to his customers if he does, because he owns the game store. So he's just like, "Hey, fuck off," and they're just like, "You can't speak to me that way." And what'd you say to me? And he's like, "I said, fuck off, get out of here." So I got one more for you. This is from the Book of Annoyances. Some people just don't understand. Can you play PlayStation 2 games on a PlayStation 1? No. So you can't play PlayStation 2 games on a PlayStation 1? That's right. Are they cartridges? No, they're CDs and DVDs. Will it wreck my machine if I put a PS2 game in it? No. And it won't work. That's correct. But you can play PlayStation 1 games on the PlayStation 2. Yes, the machine is backwards compatible. But you can't play PlayStation 2 games on the PlayStation? That's correct. That sucks. That's it.
I feel like I've had that conversation with somebody before.
It's all people, like, I read through a lot of these, and they're all just people who are just idiots. They're just so they're so dumb, and they just don't understand anything.
Oh,
it's
no.
like, it's just the perfect, like, if you've ever worked in any sort of retail, you're just like, absolutely, these are the people. But that's some acts of Gord.
That's great. I love it. I hope that is a recurring segment. That's hilarious.
He's like an Old Testament god. He's like, he's like Stannis Baratheon. Like, he'll take your fingers for stealing from him, but he's also like fair.
Yep.
Anyway, your turn.
My turn. I have a recurring segment for you.
Ooh.
What's this rap lyric mean?
Oh, I wonder
Tell me
what it does.
means. Tonight, featured on it, we have a song called "Baby" by Lil Baby.
Baby. Oh.
You may be
by
sensing
Lil
it.
Baby?
By Lil Baby.
What a terrible rap name.
There's a rapper called
It's
Lil
just
Baby.
me, Lil Baby.
So the song's called
Woo-hoo.
"Baby" by Lil Baby, and you may already be.
I
seeing
got
a
some
theme.
poopy in my diapers.
Here we go.
Me and Lil Baby. I'm just a little baby.
As a separate tangent, one of his lyrics in a different song, he like says a line and he goes, "Wah wah wah, bitch, I'm the baby." That's a different song.
Wah, bitch, I'm the baby.
Wah wah wah.
And he sounds bored already with his own mythology.
His own character development.
Yeah. Then he's just like, wah.
I like that when he's like, "All right, we're gonna make D&D characters. What are you guys' classes? I'm gonna be a rogue. I'm gonna be a mage. I'm gonna be the baby.
I want to be a little baby. I'm
I want to be the baby."
Please, Mr. Obama.
Wah, wah, wah.
Please, Mr. Little Baby.
Okay, you ready?
You sing me some WAP lyrics.
Oh God, I'm gonna go 2 lines at a time.
Okay.
So here we go. Baby putting on for the city. Baby he the realist. Baby probably got a couple million.
Okay, the second line I feel like is pretty self-explanatory. Probably got $1 million.
Baby he the realist. Baby probably got a couple million.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's self-explanatory. First line, though.
Baby putting on for the city.
He's putting on a show for the city.
I
For whatever city he's putting on an
I shouldn't have
to
told
go
you-
out on the city.
I shouldn't have told you that it's by Lil Baby, so you just think that he's rapping about a baby because that's
He's
way
just
funnier.
He's really into
Like,
just that baby.
There's a baby. Baby's putting on for the city.
Uh-huh.
Baby, that baby,
That
he's the
baby-
realist.
that
Baby, that baby, he's probably got a couple million.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm boss baby.
I'm the boss, baby. How's it going?
All right, next one. See, I still like that he's talking about a real baby. Baby hang with 4 or 5 killers. Baby got children. Baby's probably still drug dealing.
What's up, player? You want to come and get some drugs?
this baby
This
is
is some hardcore baby.
hanging with 4 or 5 killers. Baby got children.
What?
Baby probably got us still drug dealing. That's in the song.
It reminds me. Have you ever heard that Dave Chappelle joke where he's like, "Yeah, and I was just driving through like the hood one night, and there was a baby on the street corner, and I was like, I took my head out the window. I was like, baby, what are you doing?" And he's like, the baby just looked at me. I forget how the joke ends. I think it offered him drugs, but I think that goes with the drug. So maybe this is the same baby.
This is that baby. Baby is probably still drug dealing. It says
That baby must be like the most hardcore one in the group.
definitely.
He has tattoos that's like, "I heart mommy."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like milk for life.
Milk from life. Everyone's drinking like a handle of something, and he's drinking like a handle of milk.
sees a handle of milk, and he's like, guys, hashtag where dad's
up? How you
keys. What's up
doing?
with dad's keys? Am I right, guys?
Am
Like,
I-
what's going on with those?
Yo, what's up? How's it going? I got some drugs for you. I got plenty of stuff.
See these drugs? Now they're here. Now they're gone. Now
Oh
they're here.
shit! What the hell?
Now they're back. Now they're gone.
This drugs will make you feel like your nose is gone.
Whoa, shit, dude.
It'll disappear.
All right, next two.
Yep.
Baby ain't a trapper, he a rapper.
Okay.
Baby making classics. Baby in the hood getting active.
Okay. I feel like these are pretty self. Getting in the hood, being active, goes with the drug dealing
Yeah.
and the such.
But he's a baby in the hood.
But he's a baby in the hood. This little baby.
He's making classics. This baby, 3 years old, making classics.
He's making class. He's Beethoven didn't even do that shit.
That's
This little
right.
baby, he's rapping his heart out.
and Beethoven wasn't drug dealing. Baby, didn't have kids while he was
Yeah,
also a baby.
Beethoven wasn't a drug dealer.
Beethoven, actually, we don't know. Not
You know what?
confirmed.
Maybe. Baby.
How do you think he came up with all that?
He's on drugs.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
All right, last lines. Baby keep it real with his people. Baby like a preacher. Baby probably still sell reefer.
My fellow babies, I've come before you,
And I do have the dankest
and I
weed
have
for you
the
today.
dankest kush you could ever smoke. You want? We got everything that you want.
Now you're gonna feel the Lord with this string.
You're gonna feel it in your chest.
You're
in your
gonna
lungs.
feel it
You're
in
gonna-
your soul.
You're gonna feel
You're
it
gonna
everywhere.
be speaking in tongues.
You're gonna feel so nice, like your mommy's giving you a big hug. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be like the best nap you've ever had, and let me tell you, fellow babies.
He's, you know, those big mega churches, and like he's just coming down one of the aisles in one of those little Playmobil like, cars. He's like,
And everyone's freaking out, like, whoa!
"Whoa, it's the baby!
It's the baby!
He's the child of Christ. He's great.
And he's selling that reefer.
He's selling that. It's pretty good reefer. I gotta
Baby
say.
like a preacher.
I love the vision of this baby creature. Can that be the name
In like
of
a
the
little
episode?
suit up on the pulpit.
He's like, listen, I can't read yet, but I feel like Jesus is telling me things.
And Jesus, let me tell you, was a baby at one
And
point.
he was.
Ever heard of a manger?
Remember Virgin Mary? I don't even know what virgin means, but I think it's good.
I think it's good. And he had 3 wise men, and I have 4 or 5 killers. So where it's all the same to us.
They gave him myrrh. I would have gave him some nice kush. The baby Jesus getting high. All right, I think that's... The church has now disowned me, Will Kane. Bye-bye.
This is officially the baby selling reefer. We need that on a t-shirt.
Baby selling reefer?
That's right. Baby probably still sell reefer. Put on a t-shirt.
Babies probably still sell reefer.
Or baby like a preacher.
Have you... Baby like a preacher, I think
That's on a
is-
t-shirt.
Have you ever gone to... I remember I went to a museum and they had an entire wing that was just baby Jesuses. Mm-hmm. And the variation in baby Jesuses
There were some that
astounding.
were like, wow, that's really autistic. And there's some that are like, what the
No, mostly in body shape. Some were little Pillsbury Doughboys.
Some were lumpy
And
boys.
yeah, they're just like, "Wait, Jesus," and you're just like, "Oh," and
Hey,
then
everybody.
and then some were just fucking jacked.
some were
They
ripped.
They were ripped. They had a 6-pack. They're like, "Sup, I came out of the womb."
That's because
pumping iron.
that's this baby because he's active in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
He's active in the streets.
I love this little baby preacher drug dealer. I love him, and I want to make a show of him, and I want it to be like,
This baby is everything.
yep. It's like, for some reason, I thought of, you know, the show Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Yeah.
Are you more gangster than a baby?
Are you more gangster than a baby preacher?
Than a baby preacher. Preaching the Lord.
And the Lord said, a goo goo, a gaga.
Goo goo gaga. To you, my friends.
And everybody's freaking out.
Yes.
Everybody's feeling the Lord.
Feeling the Lord and feeling my soft baby skin. Feel
I
it.
feel it. Feel it. It feels like as soft as these silky clouds.
Sup. I'm gonna have to cut this preaching short. I just pooped my diaper. I'm sorry, everyone.
I'm happy to say the Lord has blessed me with being regular.
Was-
Amen and God bless you. Have a good day. Have a good evening.
Good night. Next segment. All right. I have a recurring segment for you as well.
Okay, here we go.
This segment is called Conspiracy Query.
Ooh.
This is a segment in which I present 3 conspiracy theories to Theo. 2 of them are real conspiracy theories, and 1 I have made up. This conspiracy query has a theme. Space Edition!
Whoa! Space!
So let's just get right into it.
Yeah.
Do you want... I'll give you, there's a
Hey.
title?
Will, I have a conspiracy for you.
Yeah. Are you
You're-
going to talk about the baby preacher again?
Uranus. Space themed. Gotti.
We'll leave that
Tweet.
silence in.
Send an email to segmentcitypodcast@gmail.com that says Gotti at Will.
I would love if they... I would actually love if they did that. Okay, I'm going to give you the title, and I'll
Yeah.
give you the description.
Okay.
Just to make it a little bit fairer. Actually, I'll give you all the titles, and then I'll give you the descriptions of each.
No, do one and the description. One that's, yeah. Number 1.
Number 1, there was a secret manned mission to Mars. There has already been a manned mission to Mars. While people agree that there has been a manned mission, they cite different reasons. Some say it is a secret government base for scientific and military research. Some say it is for having a meeting spot with aliens, and some say it is funded by the ultra-rich in response to global warming.
Is one of the theories that they sent somebody to Mars and the demons attacked and the guy had to go into hell and he had to shoot the demons and then spatter back
Are you a
out?
gamer boy?
He was a gamer boy. He said shoot those aliens, boy. Those demons.
They weren't good enough to kill him,
They should have sent the preacher baby with his Bible into hell. He would have vanquished them all.
and I...
And I bless you.
I bless
and
you.
here's some weed for your troubles.
He's just blowing clouds. All right, number 2, the face on Mars.
The face on Mars.
On a mission photographing the surface of Mars, a rock formation was found that looked like a human man's face. This has been heralded as proof of alien civilizations having once lived there. Number 3, the dead cosmonaut. Before successfully sending Yuri Gagarin on the first manned
This
mission
would be really
to
good
space,
if you made it up and then you were stumbling with your own name that you made up.
on the first manned mission to space, they sent another cosmonaut who died, and the Soviets covered it up. So you know about Yuri Gagarin, right?
Who was sent in space?
He's the first
Yeah.
person into space, and he went up and back. He didn't go to like the moon or
Right.
anything. So which of these 3?
Ooh, see, all of these 3 all seem plausible.
Secret manned mission,
Yep.
the face on Mars.
The face on Mars.
And the
Look
dead-
at the face on that Mars.
As a New Hampshireite, I think you would have a respect for
Faces on rocks.
Rocks, yes. Rip in peace, old.
Yeah, rip in peace, old man on the mountain.
And the dead cosmonaut. Which one of these is the one I made up?
I definitely think that people think that there was already a manned mission to Mars. I think that's real.
You think that's real?
I think that's real.
Okay.
You should be pretty pleased with yourself right now if I've just made a fool of myself.
I'm not gonna. My face is like a rock, like the the face on Mars rock.
Carved out of stone. Oh my gosh. He's got a rock face. He's got a rock hard face.
I'm not gonna let anything get. Is it hot in here?
Am I closer to the sun?
Jeez. Okay, so now that's face on Mars or the dead cosmonaut.
I think dead cosmonaut's also true, which means that I think that face on Mars is false.
You think the face on Mars is false?
I think face on Mars is false.
You're incorrect.
Ooh!
You are incorrect. Guess which one of the other 2s was real?
Was it number 1 was fake?
Yes.
The number one was
I
fake.
made up the secret man mission to Mars.
I feel like some people already believe that though.
I
Like
looked up man mission to Mars, like
Yeah.
conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Nothing came up.
Nothing came up.
So that's my usual.
wow,
If people,
that's the
once
litmus
again,
test. That's got a litmus test. It. Yeah.
If you know about if somebody has this conspiracy theory, it's kind of broad. Like I made it general.
If you're a supervillain who wants to do a manned mission to Mars, hit me up.
Now I want to read these other 2 to you.
Yeah.
The description. All right, the face on Mars. In the 1970s, I can't believe I just messed up NASA. NASA launched 2
In 1970,
Spacecraft.
Natty Light
Natty
went to the moon.
launched 2 spacecraft called Viking 1 and 2 on missions to Mars. Both spacecraft photographed the surface of Mars and sent images back to NASA. In one photo, a hill on Mars' surface looked a little like a face. Author and conspiracy theorist Richard Hoagland went a step further and said it didn't just look like a face; it definitely was a face.
You see that? That's definitely a face. I can say it with 100%
This
certainty.
man goes like whole hog.
Oh my God.
Whole hogland.
This is the hill someone chose to die on.
And it's shaped like a face.
Unbelievable.
It's great. Hoagland theorized that an alien civilization colonized Mars, and that the face was evidence of an alien city on the Cydonia region.
Yep, this tracks. Mhm.
When other satellites photographed the surface of Mars, the pictures of Cydonia region revealed that the face was just an eroded mesa. Because of course.
Because it's rocks.
Hoagland argued that the equipment NASA used to take the subsequent photos wasn't as accurate as the Viking equipment.
Oh my
He
God.
also claimed that NASA doctored the images, making them look less like a face.
Holy shit.
We've since had a very good look at the Mars' surface, and the face turns out to be an illusion created by hills and shadows. That's yes.
That's like the Jesus on the grilled cheese thing.
It's so fucking wild to me because the man uses NASA's evidence, and they say they get better pictures with better cameras, and he says those are worse cameras, and I don't believe your pictures again. It's like such a...
He takes their
He took it
evidence.
from nowhere. Nobody was saying anything
He
about
took
this.
their evidence.
And he sprinted
just
with
spun
it. He's like, get this to fucking crazy town. Like, it was
Let me get this. I
Immediate.
need to get to crazy town stat.
stat. We need to. There's a face on Mars, and it's like their faces everywhere. Like, what are you talking about?
face is
There's a
literally
face
everywhere.
in New Hampshire on a mountain. Like, that's not a man.
That's proof. That's proof of that. It's the same
It's the
civilization as Mars.
BFG, yeah. There
Oh my
were
God.
giants made of rock, and they hung out with the giant trees
Oh
that
my-
became plateaus from
Amazing,
the last
from the
conspiracy
previous-
theory. All right, so the dead cosmonaut. During the 1960s, the Soviet Union and United States raced to become the world leader in space exploration. The Soviet Union had the early edge. In 1957, it launched Sputnik, the first man-made satellite. In 1961, the Soviet Union dealt with the American space program, another blow when cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first human in space. But according to the Giudica Corgaglia brothers from Italy, Gagarin wasn't the first. The brothers set up a listening station in Italy to intercept communication transmissions between ground operations and the spacecraft for both American and Soviet missions. Weeks before Gagarin's successful flight, the brothers claimed to have detected and recorded radio transmissions of a cosmonaut slowly dying while adrift in space. The Soviet Union denied the brothers' claims. The supporters of the theory believed the Soviet government hid the cosmonaut's death to preserve the country's reputation as a leader in space exploration.
That actually sounds like something that could have happened. Like, I don't know that I believe it, but it sounds interesting.
There are
There's also like,
There are recordings you can listen to them.
does it sound like someone dying?
I did not listen to them because I didn't link to them,
Ah,
and I didn't.
I'd be interested in hearing them. I mean, if
I've-
it just sounds
it
like
sounded
someone
scary to
moaning,
me.
like if it sounds like someone moaning, space, like background noise in space is totally a thing.
Yeah.
Like all just like this radiation that could be interpreted as sound waves. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
I out of all the conspiracy theories I've done, I think that one is the most plausible.
Yeah.
I've done very wacky ones though.
Yeah.
I think but that one is the one that I'm like, yeah, I can
Yeah,
totally
I could see
that.
it. Yeah, I can totally see it.
I kind of wish I read the Man on the Moon one first or second or the Man on the
Mars.
Face on Mars
Face
because
on
that
Mars.
one's funny, whereas this one's sad.
That's like, ooh.
A man slowly dying in space is how we're going to end our podcast. Thank you for listening to Segment City.
Thank you for listening to our sermon that was also a funky radio station that was also...
the Sermon on the Mound of Stuffed Animals, and we shall...
And we shall pray that they keep coming to us.
Jesus has come to me during the night, and he picked me up out of my bed, out of my cradle, and I think, never mind, that was my father.
That was
coming
my father,
to-
but he did smell like dank nuggets, and let me
Yes,
tell
of
you,
course.
it was good for the people.
that I sold to him.
I sold to him. And don't get it twisted, I am active
Don't-
in the streets.
Don't get it twisted. All right. I think that's the end of our
That's the
podcast.
end of our podcast. Thank you for
We brought
listening.
it back. Thank you for listening. If you have any segments that you want to suggest, if you want to comment to me about my butchering of any names that I read here, please email us at segmentcitypodcast@gmail.com.
Or tweet at us at Segment City. We would appreciate all the love and attention.
Give us a review on iTunes or any other platform. Give us a recommendation to some friends if you really liked this episode or any of the other episodes
And
that
you
are
can
available.
send, if you're trying to spread the good word about the podcast, we now have a YouTube channel where you
Mm-hmm.
can find individually edited segments that you can send out. Thank you to Will for editing those.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you to our good friend Rachel Robinson. Thank you, Rachel, for the intro music. It is wonderful. We appreciate her. Check out her podcast, Create Loud, wherever you get your podcasts. And we will see you next week.
And the Lord said to me, we shall watch Frozen for the 20th time.
And if we do not, we will cry incessantly.
If I do... Now, just end. Let's end this. Give me that baba. We're done.